Marcus Saxton, Chief Executive of the vaping retailer Totally Wicked, joins us, also Chairman of the Independent British Vape Trade Association. Thanks for coming on, Marcus. What percentage of your business is single-use vapes?
Hi, Adrian. Good to join you. It varies, Adrian, and for twofold. So for the last couple of years, through our specialist stores, so let's call them the vape stores that you reference, we've been giving the alternatives which are much more sustainable for the environment, actually better value, and almost equally as easy to use. And therefore, in our stores, about 12%. Having said that, when you go to the likes of a supermarket chain, actually without that expertise and advice, it's about 80% of sales will be through these single-use products.
Okay, so how will it hit you then?
So for us specifically, through those two respective channels, we welcome the clarity. This has been sort of murmured for over a year now, and therefore it's really important that twofold. We've been able to advise now our retail partners that they do need to start making the switch to the more sustainable products. They've got that clarity, can work through the inventory in time for the timelines outlined. And then equally and most importantly for the consumers, there's over 5.5 million vapers. A lot of these previous smokers have found the simplicity of single-use products, the thing that's made them switch. And therefore it's important that we now support them to say, listen, here are these alternatives. Don't go back to cigarettes. If you're a dual user, make sure you've got something that you can use beyond the ban.
So how much cheaper, and I'm not talking necessarily about what you sell, but I assume the issue with disposable vapes, they're a bit cheaper, so that made it easier for kids to buy. So how much more would somebody now have to spend on a non-disposable vape?
Not much more, ironically. The disposables are the most expensive way to vape. So for the vapor, adult smoker, adult vapor, there are plenty of other alternatives that are better value. The challenge here is, and we'll just peel this back a bit, is for the rechargeables, yes, they are more expensive. You're probably talking £10 versus £5. But the reality is children are not going into Tesco today that are very well versed in age verification who are purchasing these products. The issue is an illegal market in large part, or rogue traders that are happy to sell either illegal products or certainly legal products illegally to minors. And the issue here for a £200 fine, do we really think that that's going to stop them when they're already doing something illegal? Indeed, when this ban comes through. So the issue here is the environmental impact. For sure, this will benefit that. There are not enough people taking products back responsibly to the store they bought them from. But actually, so far as youth access, I don't think we're going to see solve this issue to the degree that's necessarily expected.
So would you expect vape use to fall as a result of this amongst all age groups?
Yeah, potentially. So if we focus on those adult users, there's 5.5 million. Some of them are using these products, certainly when they purchase through convenience supermarkets, as I say, 80%. So would you expect, and God forbid, some of them go back to cigarettes, or some of them who are dual using, of which there is a large number, actually might revert to smoking more cigarettes if they can't get these simple devices? Potentially. And that's the risk. But I don't want to scaremonger around that because there are suitable alternatives available. So the key thing here is how do we ensure it doesn't balloon the black market? How do we ensure a demissory fine of £200 is going to put people off? And ideally, there would have been legislation that would have stopped these illegal products coming over the border, or indeed legal ones, when the ban comes into effect, which isn't actually what's in there at the moment.
Have we reached the high water mark of vaping shops? Because, I mean, every high street would have sort of a lot of them at one stage. Is this topped out now?
So certainly last year there was about another 250 that opened that took the number to 3,500. All I'd say is, whilst we, through my commercial business, have been in existence for 16 years and are very proud to have done so, and hopefully our previously adult smokers are now very pleased that we are, yes, there has been a demonstrable rise in the last 2 years. Many people, not just vape stores, who are not familiar with how to adopt age verification. I always say these products come with privilege and purpose to sell, and it does that. We're doing amazing good, but the responsibility is get people to recycle, get them on the right products, and please do not sell to the people that these weren't designed for, which are under 18s.
So would you agree, though you believe, and on the basis of good evidence, that it helps people stop smoking?
Yeah.
Would you also agree it's optimal that nobody should start smoking nobody should start vaping.
Yep.
And, you know,
Absolutely.
but okay, so that's, we're talking about kids, but you're marketing, you know, the branding, I should say, totally wicked. It's got a teenage feel about it, hasn't it?
and Adrian, I'm nearly 50, but the parlance back when our business was set up was there was a transformative product that a 20-day smoker found, went round the streets of Blackburn, found smokers, and they said to him, "This is amazing, it's totally wicked." So whilst in common day language people may find that unusual, there's a really powerful history that sits behind it. But certainly, if you tried to get across our store and if there was a child, we put in vigorous age verification to ensure that people do not buy these who are not over 18 and preferably adult smokers.
But, you know, I look at your website, you know, disposable vapes, the stuff, I mean, the colours, the Lost Mary BM600 disposable vape, they're in, you know, they're in sort of kiddies sort of colours, you know, they're bright and attractive. You know, it's if you tell me they're not marketed towards kids, I find that quite hard to believe.
Yeah, and all I can do is we can disagree. I've worked in alcohol, soft drinks, and the societal damage that alcohol does through attractive packaging, let alone the product. I think from our perspective, when we ensure rigorously if you try and purchase on our website, you'll be prevented, or actually through our stores, the tireless work we do, an adult smoker is happy to enjoy a professionally presented product. Many of them may decide on a black colour or something more colourful. That's their choice. But actually, it's the prevention of access and the purchase that's the issue here. And I know we work tirelessly, as do many.
Okay, thank you. Thanks very much for coming on, Marcus Saxton.